Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 204 in our review. We practice. We practice in the morning, we practice in the evening, we practice hourly, and all of the time that is within the clock strike of 1 to 2, we practice. And then 2 to 3, 3 to 4, you get the idea. We have this glorious central thought, which I called, I think, a spiritual earworm the other day, and one of our followers and a dear friend mentioned that and liked it a lot, I think. So our spiritual earworm is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. I love the idea of being still. And of course, the idea that indeed I am as God created. One of the central lessons, one of for me, the main lesson that we are being given here throughout so many of our lessons, as I've said before, can be distilled down to simply the idea that I am as God created me. Kitties. I am as God created me, and here I am still as God created me. And again, because God creates in stillness. Stillness is the condition of creation. Today's lesson is a expansion or extension of yesterday's lesson that I call upon God's name and on my own. And yesterday I spoke about that being of lineage. And here, today's lesson is inheritance. The name of God is my inheritance. And what is an inheritance? An inheritance is a gift, perhaps, or a treasure that is handed down from father to child to child to child, father to child, father to child, family. This is our family inheritance, the name of God. Why? Why is that? Because in the name of God, what it is wholeness and completeness. This lesson, the original lesson when we first met it, speaks that we live in symbols, okay? And that what we have done in this world is we've taken the whole and meted it out into individual parts and pieces. And yes, that's not the first time that we had that lesson either. As I've said, the course is repetitive, and we have indeed had that information way back at the beginning of the year, the beginning of the lessons, so that I have given everything a meaning. I have given everything its own compartment, its own separate state. But the name of God is my inheritance, and that is one name for everything. And today we call that everything God. Nothing is taken away from God. God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. I can believe that I am separating and taking this and putting it over there, and that it is no longer a part of God, but I cannot break creation. Creation is always going to be whole. So in my mind, I can live by symbols and think that I am able to cut up this truth into pieces, to cut up what God has given, creation, into pieces. But that's impossible, because everything is God. The name of God is my inheritance. It is the treasure that I have been given, and it is the one name that is everything. The italics part of today's lesson says, God's name reminds me that I am his son, not slave to time, unbound by laws which rule the world of sick illusions. I am not slave to time. I am not the prisoner of time, of this world, that I think there are laws that I must obey. There are no laws but God's laws, And the laws of this world are merely agreements and contracts, perhaps, that we have put together. But they are not real, they are not laws, because only God's laws are real. And God's laws are all about love and unity and joining. The laws that I believe rule this world are all about separation and removal and pain and suffering, and that there is no equality. God is about equality and equanimity. So it says, not slave to time, unbound. I'm bound, unbound, I'm free of the laws which rule this world of sick illusions. I'm free in God. I am as God created me. I am free, and I'm free because I am not a body, and I am forever and forever one with Him. I am always part of God. It is my lineage. It is my inheritance. It is yours as well. We can never be apart from our Creator, and there is no space between us and God or between us and anything else. There is only wholeness and completion. The laws of this world would tell me otherwise, but I am not bound by those, because I know those to be false. And the name of God is my inheritance, and that's the truth. So, that's the truth. Please like, please share, please comment, please pray. And of course, I hope this was helpful. And like, share, subscribe, comment, pray. Be here tomorrow for my most favorite lesson in the entire workbook. Okay, spoiler alert. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.